Hey, beautiful people. So it is Wednesday, a whisper from the divine. I've got a really beautiful insight for you, beautiful story, a medicine story, one that really does illuminate how subtle spirit contact can be and how often it could be missed. So those of you that are interested in developing, this video is absolutely for you. It also really does illuminate how that collaboration with the other side and how spirit are often, if not always, our greatest teachers. Okay, so picture this if you can. It's around about 15 years ago. There I was sitting there, beautiful, wonderful space, about to deliver a consultation, and the lady walks through the door and she's walking towards me. Now, when that's happening, as someone's walking towards me, there is a part of me that is already enveloping that space, wrapping my awareness around it to feel into and sense who is there with them. Quite often now, probably in the last 10 years, whenever someone comes, I'm already aware of who's there. Yeah, so especially with an in-person consultation, and most definitely with an email consultation, because the thing is, with an email consultation, I haven't got anybody in front of me. I'm literally turning my awareness to spirit. The same with an in-person consultation. Before the person comes, already that loved one from spirit is already in the room. They're already making contact, and that's something I've become aware of from the other side of this experience that I'm just about to share with you. So the lady's walking towards me. Already my awareness is wrapping itself around that space, feeling into who's there. And I was thinking to myself, that's strange. There's nobody there. There's nothing. Absolute nothing. Well, that's strange. Anyway, we sit down together. Whilst we're sitting down together, I'm explaining to her how I'm working. While that is happening, there's a part of me that is checking into the space around us. I'm feeling into the spatial awareness. I'm feeling into the space for a presence. And I thought to myself, that's really odd. There's nothing there. There's nothing and there's nobody. Now, this sounds like a long period of time, but it literally wasn't. It was seconds. All of this is happening so fast. We're processing information really quickly, and it's just a sense of, ah. And then over my left shoulder appears my guide. You can see her on the wall there, not literally, portrait of her beloved Bridget. Didn't know who she was at that point in time. I had been seeing her for years. Psychic portrait was like almost like a snapshot of what I'd been seeing for years, but I didn't quite know who she was. She'd been guiding me for a very long time. And I could feel her over my shoulder, and I could feel this sense of her very gently rest her hand on my shoulder and very gently whisper to me, say to me, if you were mentoring, what would you say? And I felt this glint in her eye, and I felt this smile and this kind of expansion of energy. Absolutely freaking profound when I think back on it. And I thought, what would I say if I was mentoring? And then the penny dropped. Now, those of you that know me, those of you that have worked with me, those of you that are sat in the Mechanics of Mediumship either now or within the past will know exactly what I'm about to say. Okay, so the question was raised by Spirit, what would you say if you were mentoring and that person was in this situation? If you know, type below. I'm sure you do know. I'm sure many of you know what I'm about to say. And I thought, I know exactly what I would say. I would say all information is information. And as I said that, I feel this expansion. I could feel this glint in her eye, and I could feel her saying yes. And I thought, well, if nothing is information, what does it mean? And I remember looking up at my client and looking at her and feeling she's completely lost. She's feeling nothing. She is empty and she is numb. And as I felt that, then felt it first, then felt it, I felt Bridget, my guide, just expand even more, a bigger smile and a feeling of yes. I thought, right, I'm on the right lines here. And then I thought to myself, okay, but why? See, it's always about asking the questions and asking the right questions. And I thought, why? And as I thought, why, whoosh, in come this woman. She's there in the room. The second question that followed that was, who are you? And as soon as I said that, I felt this feeling, emotion wash over me, and I thought, this is her mum. And as soon as I kind of landed that and grounded that and rooted that, I remember this is happening really quickly, she disappeared. She had gone, and I thought, what the heck? Then she appeared, and then she disappeared. I thought, what is that? And then I felt it very strongly. She was here 1 minute, gone the next. Okay, powerful. And I thought, right, I've got it. So I sat there, turned to the lady, and I went, do you know, when I connect with you, I just feel a complete emptiness. I feel really, really lost. I feel numb. And I also believe, over my shoulder, we have your mum. And she was here 1 minute, gone the next. And with that, the lady looks up at me and she burst into tears. And she went, that's exactly why I'm here. And she explained to me. She went, I was out in Australia. My mum was here. She was taken suddenly really ill. I couldn't get back in time. She was here 1 minute, gone the next. I never got the chance to say goodbye. Absolute profound. Now the point is, I could have missed that. I could have just thought, there's nothing, I can't pick up nothing. If it wasn't for the intervention with Spirit, who were teaching me firsthand, directly on the job, in real time, that could have been missed. And that absolutely was a life-changing experience for me. It was life-changing. I knew without a shadow of a doubt how important that collaboration is with the unseen. And I also felt so blessed and gifted that I had an incredible unseen teacher over my shoulder that in real time was mentoring me through that experience. We are forever learning. We are forever growing. It was completely life-changing, because with a lack of experience you could have just thought, well, I can't pick up nothing, I'm really sorry, I can't help you. Imagine missing that. Imagine missing that. That'd have been devastating. Right? So amazing. The unseen are forever teaching us. And that is where that statement has come from, that all information is information. Profound. I have a whole box full of medicine stories that live within this heart that I often pull upon within a consultation or when we are delivering the mechanics of mediumship. So those of you that work either within therapy, healing, work with cards, I really feel I cannot get across to you enough that all information is information, and if this inspires you, then we have a whole box full of medicine stories, many of which we share within the Mechanics of Mediumship. It is a 4-hour workshop, and we take a deep dive into the processes and some of the stories and medicine stories around absolutely enhancing your awareness of spirit contact, and some really hands-on tools. If those of you that are just developing, this absolutely is for you as well. It will give you the confidence to be able to walk through that door, and when you leave, you will have tools that you didn't have before. I have no doubt about that. So imagine if you had missed that. See, spirit contact can be so subtle, and just, again, I'm blown away how we are forever being taught by the unseen. That is what I took away from that. And that statement, all information is information, comes from that experience itself. Going to leave that with you, going to leave the love of spirit with you. You'll find all the links below for Mechanics of Mediumship, and as always, sending you all so much love. Keep shining.